What's happening, YouTube? KitePlanet here, or Kite if you're like that.
Yeah.
Some people aren't like that, but I'm like that. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight 30 in that area, and for some reason I'm locked in. I got energy. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I worked out today, hurt myself, but I got energy. So I decided to put this video together because I think it may be thought-provoking. It stimulates my mind, so maybe it may for you. Hit the like button for me, show some love if you like the video, of course, but also don't be hating. Help me out, get you some good karma, and subscribe if you want to continue to see videos of similar nature. I got some things ready. So subscribe and stick around if you want to see it delivered by yours truly, Kite. So yeah, as you can tell by the thumbnail, this is a top 5 list, and by top 5 I mean the first 5 that came to me, of anime that I deem to have zero replay value. You understand me? You understand me. Now, I'm not saying they're trash, because normally when you say something has zero replay value, it means it's not good. And I don't like to criticize other people's works, because these authors put a lot of work into their stuff. And I have a saying that goes, me and my brothers and all that stuff, we say, how could you criticize the form when you couldn't see it? And that just means if you've never even attempted it and you don't even know what it takes, how could you call something trash? These guys got serialized, published, and even adapted into an anime. So they're doing something right with these series. So I don't want to call any of them trash. And I say all that to let you know that I have a logical reason behind 4 of the 5 choices. I have a reason for why they have zero replay value, not just because they're trash. I have a reason, a logical reason. You can choose to disagree or agree if you want to down in the comments if you've seen these series. And some of these series you may not have seen. And go check it out. Go dive in. It's always best to gather empirical data, empirical evidence. And what that means is to go in the field yourself. Put your 2 feet on the boot, put your 2 feet on the ground, boots on the ground, and go watch the series for yourself. You and I are different. We're not the same, as you can tell. Look at me. You're not me. I'm just playing. But you may like something that I don't. And I may like something that you don't. That's just how life is. We're humans. We're different. Well, you're a human. I'm something else. So yeah, always don't just take my word for it. Go check it out for yourself. There may be some series you haven't seen. So yeah, without further ado, I believe we just get right into it. Hit the like button. Show some love for me. Please. And subscribe if you like the content. Now, first on the list, we're starting off strong. We got something on here that, fuck it, I'm just going to say it. We're starting off with To Your Eternity. Yes, you know why it's on here. If it's not on, it's not trash. So what other reason could it have for having zero replay value? It's because it's too damn sad. Why would anyone rewatch To Your Eternity? I could barely make it past 5 episodes before I thought to myself, I'm done. There's no way out of this one. So I was done with it. But I had a thing back then where I was like, I gotta finish anything I start. So I finished it. I tried to finish it and I didn't. I made it to episode 16 and I stopped. And then time passed and it had a whole new season. I knew it did, but I repressed it because I didn't want to think about it. And then as I was going back to rewatch and finish it years later or a year later or something, someone reminded me, hey, it has another season, it has a season 2. And I'm sitting there distraught because I realized I had to go and endure another 20 plus episodes of this torture. So it makes the first spot on this list because it is simply torture to put yourself through this. I wouldn't force my enemies to watch To Your Eternity. It is that sad. And when I first watched it, I was just learning empathy. Real shit. I think empathy is something you got to learn as a human being. And you don't really have it when you're young, especially as a boy, a young male. You don't really have empathy. You can't sympathize with others. I couldn't till I got a little older. And as I was learning it, I was watching this, and everything was hitting me so hard, so I had to stop. But yeah, it makes the list because it's too sad. Don't replay this show. Don't rewatch it if you are super empathetic, unless you want to torture yourself. But hit my Discord up, and I can help you. I don't have a degree in psychiatry or psychology, but I can try to help you out and see. Let's get to the root of the issue on why you're putting yourself through this. But yeah, that's why To Your Eternity gets on the list. Next on the list of zero replay value anime, this is anime only, no manga, just anime, is Rent-A-Girlfriend. Why, Kite? Why is Rent-A-Girlfriend on here? It's not that bad. Don't make me mad. Rent-A-Girlfriend has made it on the zero replay value list because, in my opinion, according to my own biases, I feel like I get no reward for watching Rent-A-Girlfriend. The main character and the plot seem to be completely stagnant. The main character never makes any progress. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. He never gets any closer. I don't want to give it away in case the people who haven't seen it, go check it out for yourself and decide it. I'm not discouraging you. My intent is not to discourage you from watching these series. Go check it out. Like I said, we may be different. We in fact are different. But I felt like I wasn't getting any reward. There was no progression. And we all love to see progression, because why am I watching and putting my time into something where nothing ever changes? So that's why Rent-A-Girlfriend makes it on the list. Also, the main character has to be top 5 worst MCs in all of anime. That may be my own opinion, but he is just, come on, man. He just is hard to watch. Every single episode, I'm wincing at his actions. And I can't deal with it. So Rent-A-Girlfriend is next on the list for those reasons. Now, third on the list. This is a bit of an abstract series, something you may not have even heard of. It's a bit of a sleeper anime. It's abstract for sure. I'll just say that. But the title of this series is called Kinos Journey. Yes, it's about a kid, a bit androgynous. I don't know if they're a boy or a girl, to be honest. It doesn't matter. It's not key to the plot, but they travel to different places, countries, cities, and they just explore. So the reason it's on this list is because it just meanders. You know what meanders means? It just is like it just drones on, and I get no dope from it. I get no dopamine. It doesn't give me anything. Think One Piece, where they go to the islands and they get into kerfuffles and they try to topple governments and help people. That, but just on a way more boring scale. There's no powers. There's nothing. And it's good because the main character doesn't always win. So it's akin to real life in that aspect, where things don't always work out like you want them to. And most anime have the issue. It's not an issue, but it's kind of a necessity for the main character to win. This is not that. They try to equal it out. And so I like that about it. I'll give it a positive. But for the most part, the plot just meanders is the best word I could say. It just drones on. And so some people may like that. It's very peaceful, though. I will say that. I don't want to just drive it into the dirt. But it's definitely an acquired taste. Kinos Journey. So yeah, that's why it makes the list, because it meanders. There's also a bit of sloppy CGI, and I feel like if you're gonna adapt a series, if you're gonna do something, do it for real. Go all in. Otherwise, just sit back and leave it as a manga, and don't put your trash touch on it. That's why. So bad CGI and a meandering plot. That's why it makes the list of no replay value. I would never rewatch this series ever in a million years, because it'd be a waste of time. And I hate to say that about a series. Like I said, I hate to criticize it, but it's my time, and I don't want to spend it wasting it. You feel me? All right. So next on the list, this one, it's gonna perk you up. It's gonna get the juices flowing, because look, don't judge me for watching this. The description got me. It intrigued me. It sparked my interest. I don't know why, but I think it would do the same to you. The series is called Yamada's First Time. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you the outline of the plot without giving anything away. It's about a girl named Yamada-kun, whatever. Her sole goal, she's a first year in high school, is to sleep with 100 different men or boys since they're in high school. That's the plot. And so I'm seeing that like, hold up, let me check this out. This is wild. What's going on here? I felt like it was a waste of time. Almost a waste of time. I'm not going to tell you why, because I want you to go gather your own empirical data, as I keep saying. Go figure out for yourself. There's some risque scenes in there, I'm not going to lie. Bit of fan service. I'm not one to complain about fan service, because guys with their shirts off and boobs and butt cheeks, that's just life. You'll see more of that on Instagram, Twitter, and every social media and real life than you will ever in anime. And just because it keeps getting repeated, who cares, bro? Grow up. Guy or girl, grow up. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Stop complaining about fan service. Unless that's just the whole plot, which it rarely is the case. Maybe High School DxD. That's probably the only series where the plot is simply fan service. But you can get your own enjoyment out of that. So yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it. It makes the 0 replay value because I look for a certain thing with that description. A girl trying to sleep with 100 guys before she graduates, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna be getting into some awkward situations, and I just wasn't getting what I expected out of it. And so it makes the list of 0 replay value, because I just would never ever in a million years watch it again. You feel me? Yeah. So yeah, Yamada's First Time. If you want to go check these series out, you should. I'm not stopping you. I'm not trying to hinder you from doing your thing. But all right, we've made it to the end. How much? All right, we're on good time. We're on track. Now, like I said for the 5th one, the first 4, I gave you logical reasons on why. I gave you some data why I think they have 0 replay value. You can agree, you can disagree. Up to you. I was just stating why I think it had 0 replay value. This one is personal. It is filled with my own biases and my own bias in general. So don't complain. You're not going to like this. You're not going to like this one bit. I can see it in your eye. Don't look at me like that. You're not going to like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyways, because what are you going to do? But the final applicant on the top 5 anime with 0 replay value, it's Cowboy Bebop. I know. Don't get mad at me. Let me tell you why. Back when I was watching this series, it was years ago, I had a stipulation where I started anything I finished. And that's why things like Rent a Girlfriend, Kinos Journey, and Yamada's First Time are on this list, because I didn't want to continue to watch these series halfway through. But when I start something, I gotta finish it. And I've seen well over 500 to 600 anime. I just knock them out and I write them down so I can make sure to check for a second season. I really do this stuff. I'm really organized with it. So I know what I'm talking about, and I know what I've seen, what I haven't seen, all that stuff. It's about 500-600. Cowboy Bebop, when I was watching this, it was a complete snooze fest. You hear me? A snooze fest. I was falling asleep, and I never fall asleep when I watch anime. If I get tired, I turn the TV off and I go to bed and I pick up where I left off tomorrow. I didn't even want to continue it. Spike didn't jump off the page to me. He didn't jump off the screen. Not Jet, not Faye Valentine, nobody. The only person that I liked from Cowboy Bebop was Ed. That said, I'm not saying it's trash. It just was not cutting it for me. It was so boring. I would prefer to watch Black Lagoon, Jormungandr, Samurai Champloo, things of that nature where they're similar in genre over Cowboy Bebop any day. Cowboy Bebop was not cutting it to me. And I know there's a lot of people, if you're still watching this video and you're like, you love Cowboy Bebop, I'm impressed with your maturity, but I just do not like it. I would never in a million years go rewatch Cowboy Bebop. And people have tried to persuade me to do it. Just give it another shot. I was cognizant. I was coherent. I knew what I was doing. I watched it. I understand the plot. And they claim that it's this deeper meaning of life. Yeah, but if you can't deliver that in an effective way, then what's the point of having this intricate plot? In my opinion, it wasn't delivered the way I needed to be delivered. And that's why I said this final choice is full of biases, full of bias. And yeah, but you've probably seen Cowboy Bebop. You may have a different opinion. You may agree with me. If you agree with me, let's link up, bro. Hit the Discord in my description on YouTube and let's be friends. Because I need more people that think the same way I do when it comes to Cowboy Bebop. It just was a snooze fest, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the end of the list. We have To Your Eternity, Rent a Girlfriend, Kinos Journey, Kino, Yamada's First Time, and Cowboy Bebop. Those are the top 5 that came to mind when it came to zero replay value in an anime. I would not watch these anime again for all different reasons, but you can let me know down in the comments if you have an anime that you deem to have zero replay value, and give me your reasoning if you have one, if you can really sit there and ruminate on it. You don't have to, of course, but if you do have one, I would like to know, because I'm telling you to go gather data and evidence on the series. Don't just skip over them because I spoke about them in a derogatory manner. Not really derogatory, but I put negative connotations on the series, and I don't really want to, but those are just my opinions. But you drop some down in the comments, and I want to go check out for myself and see if you're right or wrong. Maybe I'll come back and respond to you and be like, you were tripping, bro. Or maybe I'll say you're right. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments on what you think has replay value or doesn't have replay value. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And as always, I will catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.
君の気持ちを大事にしなかった私の頭